Welcome to the Real Estate Investing Minute, where real estate investing is demystified 5 minutes at a time.
I'm Judson Voss.
And I'm Allison MacArthur.
And today we're going to do a viewer question. Yeah, viewer question. I said listener question. We're going to do a viewer question. And it's a question that came in for our membership coaching call. But I thought it was something that a lot of you guys might want to know about and learn a little bit about. So we decided to sort of steal it from there and use it here too. We're still going to answer it on the coaching call.
Right. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Would you like me to read it?
Yes, why don't you read it?
All right. I am a fairly new real estate investor with a full-time job. I bought 2 properties in 2008 before my daughter was born and haven't purchased anything since. I work a regular 9 to 5 and take care of my daughter at nights and on weekends. I am determined to purchase at least 1 property this year by enlisting the help of others as much as I can to help make up for my lack of time. However, I was wondering what advice you have for investors with little time to go out and look at houses. Any courses you recommend I look at? Well, that pretty much sums it up for everyone who has a job and family life. So how do you invest and still have a life, basically?
Right.
Still have a life and a full-time job.
If you had one before.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully you had one before. If not, sorry about that. But basically you're not alone, JT, and it is possible to do.
That's right. And first of all, I want to say as part of that question, there's something really important in there. The question about enlisting help from other people, because that is a really big deal. If you do have family, job, and what that life thing you were talking about, I don't have one of those. But anyways, not the family life part. I mean, a life in general.
Life.
Just in general, yeah. If you're going to do it,
No comment.
Thanks. You need to leverage the help of other people. And not only do you need to work with other people while you're doing this part-time, if you build a really good team, you're going to thank us 1,000 times over once you start doing this full-time, because you're going to have even more time available to build your business.
Right. Now, we have 2 recommendations for you, and it depends on what type of investing that you want to do. So if you want to buy and hold the property, then we recommend that you definitely look at buying REO properties and then lease optioning that. And here's why. The first is REOs are by far the best deals out there in the market today. When buying from banks, you can leverage realtor time to find properties for you, tell you what kind of shape they are in, and help you figure out if you have a deal or not. We're talking seller's agent's time and buyer's agent, so you have 2 people doing the work for you. Lease options are great because there's a huge market of people with money but can't get a mortgage today. Yeah, that's not good. A lot of people can't do that.
That's right. That's good for lease options.
Right.
We got more tenants.
Right. The tenants tend to take a lot less of your time to manage. They handle repairs and maintenance so you don't have to spend the time on it. You get more money up front than on a rental and the potential to retail it to them in the future.
Right. And we all want the more money part.
I want more money.
Yeah, that's right. It's nice to get a big chunk up front and then a little bit later, too. JT also asked about courses, and here's what I recommend doing. Go over to the reiminute.com and click on the archive seminars. There's one in there that says lease options on there. Andy Heller did it. Andy's a personal friend of ours. Don't tell him we said that. But actually, Andy was going to do the video with us today.
Right.
But I couldn't get a stool high enough to get us set up in there.
Yeah, that's not nice.
No, I know. But anyways.
Don't feel bad if Andy's listening because he said I needed a stool prior to this also.
Right.
So,
you just need a phone book. He needs a stool.
Nice.
But,
Can't help it, I'm short.
I'm all of like 5'9.5", by the way.
Yeah, you're not very tall.
Thanks. Anyways, Andy has a course called Fortune Launcher, and on that link there, you can listen to about an hour and 45-minute seminar and interview I did with Andy where we talked about stuff. The reason I recommend taking a look at his product for JT is because Andy did exactly what you're talking about. He spent, I don't know, almost 15 years working a full-time job while building up a really nice real estate portfolio, and he did that with kids,
right,
and a wife, and lived
a life.
like a life. Well, you know,
Aw,
that's not true. And he's really big into sports, so he always has a lot of other stuff going on. But he did it that way, and his course teaches that, and I highly recommend it. It's what I use for lease options. It's what I use for working with REOs and the banks and that kind of stuff. So it would be something that you might want to look at to get started, especially doing part-time work.
Right. And there are a couple of really, well...
What? Was that everything?
I'm sitting here like, wait a minute, am I where I'm supposed to be?
I don't read the notes. I just write them. What are we supposed to be
You
talking
totally
about?
left that
Oh,
part
okay.
out.
Sorry. So that was the lease
I was like,
option
am
part.
I like totally not understanding where we're at right now?
We're changing things up. That was the lease option part. So we're going to talk a little bit now about the other half of that coin, I guess, which is,
Right.
like taking houses and flipping them to make some money off of it too.
Right, and there are a couple of ways that you can do this. First, you can partner with realtors on potential short sale deals that you can work with the homeowner, and the realtor can handle the listing and working with the BPO agent. The nice thing about short sales is you can hire someone else to negotiate the deal for you, and that's probably something you would want to do because it's not fun working short sales. I know from experience.
Yeah.
You will be marketing the property from the day you get it under contract with the potential to sell it once the short sale is approved. It's a great way for bigger chunks of cash without having to put money into the house or use your credit to buy it.
That's right. There's that big chunks of cash thing again that we were just talking about a minute ago.
Money.
Yeah, that's right. And if that one appeals to you, and you might be watching this a little too late, but on March 24th at 9 p.m., I've got Bob coming on, and he's going to talk about working with realtors so that you can find short sales, get them negotiated, get them listed back out to sell to retail buyers, and do that whole process. If you want more information on that, and even if it's after March 24th, there should be some information on the website. Go to the reiminute.com/agent magnet. It's on the screen, so in case you didn't understand what I'm saying there. But the idea,
It's right there.
that's right. The thing that we're talking about here is when you're talking about bigger chunks of cash, I'll be honest, the failure rate's a little higher. Not every short sale gets through, gets approved. Sometimes it's a numbers game. And what Bob's talking about and what I highly recommend is getting a constant flow of deals coming in, not just working the one and hoping and praying that one works out. Do a bunch of them. And working with realtors is really a great way to do it. The thing is you got to qualify them and find the right realtors that can do all the paperwork and run those short sale deals for you, and not just somebody that's heard the word short sale when they were at their broker's meeting one day. And they figure, well, it can't be that hard. I can work that stuff out. You get the right people involved in that, you can sort of orchestrate it and run it, and they make a good chunk of money. You make a bigger chunk of money. The people that are in short sale get out of it, and they're happy with that deal too.
Right, you can't beat that.
That's right.
So hopefully that gives you two really good ways to invest while working full time to to build your portfolio or to make money short term. Or heck, why not do both and get the best of both worlds?
That's right.
That's going to do it for this episode. So join us next time when we discuss whether or not you should get your realtor's license or not. So until next time.
That'd be an interesting discussion.
Yeah, it will be because I'm a realtor, so I can discuss it.
Happy investing.